Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss few questions which were asked in June 2015 UGC NET and JRF examination. Let's discuss. The first question is Mauna Loa in Hawaii is famous for. Options are A. Botanical garden, B. Monitoring sea level rise since 1950, C option is monitoring rainfall, and D is continuous monitoring of atmospheric carbon dioxide since 1957. The correct option is D, continuous monitoring of atmospheric carbon dioxide since 1950. Mauna Loa is actually a volcanic island which is situated in the archipelago of Hawaii, which is in USA, and it's in the Pacific Ocean. So, historically, it is considered to be the world's largest volcanic island. It is completely an active volcano, and also it has got several observatories and a national park, which is considered to be a World Heritage. This basically observes and monitors the amount of carbon dioxide which is emitted into the atmosphere, and it has been continuing since 1957. Second question is where does water remain between? Options are A. Crust and mantle, B. Mantle and core, C. Groundwater surface and water table, and D. Groundwater surface and tropopause. And the correct option is ground surface and water table. So, Vadose zone is actually an unsaturated zone which is between the land surface and the phreatic zone or the saturated zone where we have the groundwater, where the groundwater is under a lot of pressure, and this forms an aquifer. So, aquifer is actually an underground natural sort of a well. Zone which is saturated with water is called as phreatic zone, where all the pores and all the fractures and cracks are all filled with water. Whereas vadose zone is actually unsaturated zone. It is half filled with water and half with air. It is just below the ground surface and it is easily available if we drill into the ground surface. So, Vadose water or zone is actually the zone which is of unsaturated water. It is not completely filled. If you go deeper into the groundwater table, and below that, you will find the saturated zone which is completely filled with water. The third question is the concept of the laws of the primate city was given by. Options are E. Huntington, B option is E.C. Semple, C is M. Jefferson, and D is W. Christoller. So basically, Mark Jefferson had given this concept of the primate city in the year 1939. So the right and the correct option is C. M. Jefferson. So basically, primate city and the law of primate city is that the primate city is the most and the largest city. It is highly urbanized and it has got all kinds of resources available. There's massive incoming migration. People from everywhere they come into this particular place because of financial uprising or for education, for better standard of living. So this particular primate city has got a lot of magnetic effect. It attracts people. Always remember that a primate city is highly urbanized. It has got an agglomeration effect and political power. It has got industrial growth. It has got opportunities. So a primate city is always expanding. So it has got a massive population. So examples of such primate cities are Bangkok. Bangkok is the most largest primate city of the world. It has got a very huge population, larger than Thailand, and it has all the urbanized facilities and all kinds of opportunities. As well as Tokyo is a primate city. Seoul in South Korea, which is known for its culture, for its education, is also a primate city. New Delhi in India is also a primate city. But China, Canada, Australia, and Brazil are not considered to be primate city. They are basically countries. The fourth question is, to which school does Eratosthenes, the father of geography, belong to? The options are A. Roman, B. Arab, C. German, and D. Greek. So Eratosthenes was an ancient Greek astronomer and mathematician, geographer, and scholar. He was the first to use the term geography. Therefore, he is known as the father of geography. He had also accurately measured the circumference of the earth. So, the fifth question is a very easy question, and most of you must be knowing the answer. It's the place where an organism or community of organisms live is called as. Options are A. Environment, B. Atmosphere, C. Habitat, and D. Society. So the correct option is C. Habitat. So a habitat is actually a region which has all the resources available, whether physical resources or biological resources. Various factors are available, including environmental conditions. So the environmental conditions also has to be suitable. Then there should be availability of food. So all the conditions are whatever is required for any organism to live and to reproduce, okay, to obtain food. All those conditions are available in a habitat. Of course, other planets other than the Earth in the solar system does not have habitat for living organisms. So basically, a lot of resources and physical and biological factors which are there to support life and to support production of that species or reproduction, then that particular region is called as a habitat. That is a place where an organism can make its home. So the sixth question is, von Thunen's agricultural locational theory is based upon. Options are A. Empirical approach, B. Normative approach, C. Deductive approach, and D. Behavioral approach. And the correct option is B. Normative approach. Now let me give you a kind of a briefing about von Thunen's agricultural locational theory, what it is actually, since these type of questions are asked in the UPSC exams specifically. So Johann Heinrich von Thunen, he was a German geographer. He was basically a landowner and a farmer, and he was the first to create an agricultural model. So this is before the period of industrialization. Von Thunen has given this theory in his book called Isolated State. This is a treatise which was given in the year 1826. There are few assumptions of this theory. So according to this theory, certain things are assumed. So the city is supposed to be a centrally located city with an isolated state. Isolated means that there is no other city which is nearby, and the surrounding areas are basically in wilderness, or there are more farms, and there are more open areas, because this theory was written in those times when there was no modernization. The second assumption is that the land is generally flat, so there are no undulations or hills or mountains. The third assumption is that the quality of the soil as well as the climate is almost the same, it is consistent. And in those times, they used to use carts to transport goods from one place to another to the market from the farmland. So, according to the next assumption, the farmers transport their goods to the market using carts. So remember that this theory was from the early 19th century. So this theory is according to their times. So according to this model, this is only one type of town or city. So von Thunen had taken Central Europe as his model for study. So the most urbanized center or the market area, the city, is in the center. According to this model, this market is an isolated market. That means there are no trades which were done outside this market. This is the local market and there's no export.
Now, according to this theory, the farmer always wants to increase his income rather than spend it on transportation and waste it. So, it does not want to waste its wealth on transportation. Rather, a farmer is very rational individual and he wants to secure the money for himself. If you see the model closely, near the market area, we have all the perishable products like farming, crops, then fruit cultivation, dairy farming, fishery, because all these products are perishable and they also require high cost of transportation. So, therefore, these products are manufactured or produced near the main market or the city. Even firewood and forests are near the market because that also involves high transportation cost. Whereas those activities or economic activities which do not require much transportation cost, like grazing, ranching, they are away from the main market area, or the crops which do not require too much of transportation cost, the lighter crops, they were basically grown away from the main market or the main cities. So this is a summarization of von Thunen's agricultural theory or model. Our seventh question is, which one of the following passes connect Arunachal Pradesh and Tibet? The options are Ghil Pass, B. Bomdila Pass, C. Banihal Pass, and D. Changla Pass. So the answer is Bomdila Pass, which is in Arunachal Pradesh and forms a border between Arunachal Pradesh and Tibet. Some of the other important passes which normally comes in UPSC exams and NET exams are Jelepla, which links between Sikkim and Lhasa, which is a Tibetan capital; Nathula Pass between India and China; Mana Pass, which is in Uttarakhand and borders and connects Tibet; Rotangla Pass, which connects Kulu with Spiti valleys; and Shipkila Pass between it's in India-China border. Then Zojila Pass, which is in Srinagar and Leh; Banihal Pass, which is a national highway through Jammu and Kashmir; Khyber Pass, which is in the province of Pakistan and connects Afghanistan; then Changla Pass, which is Indo-China Pass; Lipulik Pass, which is in Uttarakhand and connects Sikkim with Tibet. Now let's go to the next question, which is the eighth question. It is, in which island the rice bowl of Japan is situated? Options are A. Kyushu, B. Honshu, C. Shikoku, and D. Ryushu. And the correct option is Honshu. So, Honshu is the largest among all the islands of Japan. Japan is an archipelago which consists of 14,125 islands. Among them, there are 5 mainlands or main islands, which are Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu, and Okinawa. And Honshu is the mainland or the main island of Japan, where lots of fruits, vegetables, grains, rice, cotton, all that grows. That is why Honshu is also called as the rice bowl of Japan. The ninth question is, the concept of cultural hearth was given by C. Colby. Then B option is C. O. Sawyer. C option is R. Pryor, and D. F. W. Nordeston.
So the correct option is B. C. O. Sawyer. So, what is the concept of cultural hearth? Cultural hearth is actually an area or it is a historical region where the culture had begun or any culture emerged. So, it began either by traveling or by trade or maybe by conquests or immigration or settlement. So, any region, especially near the river beds, settlements began, like the Nile Valley and the Chinese civilization. So basically, those regions where settlements began, even now, uh, there are certain cities and there are certain areas where new culture begins. So, any region where a new idea emerges or a new technology emerges or which becomes a big city instantaneously, okay, like Los Angeles or London, New York. So, where a lot of trade happens, industrialization takes place, new culture begins. Those places are called as cultural hearth. Then our 10th question is, which of the following is a major immigrating state of India? The options are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Maharashtra. Amongst all these options, the correct option is Maharashtra. So, states like Goa, as well as Delhi, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka are the states where people mostly migrate to. So, migration basically means when people move from one place to another. So, they move to another city or they move to another town. They can also move to another country. So, they move from their own place of birth to another region for various purposes. They can settle permanently or they can settle temporarily also. So recently, Delhi has become the highest migratory capital of India. A lot of rural people migrate to Delhi for better opportunities, for better standard of living, for work, for employment, for more income. And states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar are mostly responsible for such kind of migration. So, according to the census of 2011, uh, 20.9 million people from these states of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar had migrated. That accounts for 37%. If you talk about the world, USA is the state where maximum immigration takes place. Other countries where a lot of immigration takes place are London, New York, Sydney, Melbourne, because these people move mostly for settling down, for more better opportunities, for more better income, for a better livelihood. In USA, Florida and Texas are the regions where, as well as Carolinas are the region where a lot of immigration takes place. The 11th question is, which one of the following cities is known as Mile High City? And the options are A. Seattle, B. Phoenix, C. Denver, and D. London. So the correct option is Denver. Denver is the capital of Colorado of US. It is called as Mile High City, or it is nicknamed because of its height. The height of Denver City is 5,280 feet above the sea level. Since it is situated in Colorado, which is a dry region, therefore the city is also very dry. We need to drink extra water if you reach Denver. As well as the sky is almost bluish every time. The 12th question is, which one of the following places of India ranks second amongst the coldest inhabited places in the world? The options are A. Kulu Valley in Himachal Pradesh, B. Manali Valley in Himachal Pradesh, C. Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh, and D. Dras in Jammu and Kashmir. So, Dras, which is in Jammu and Kashmir, the district is Kargil, is the second coldest place or city in the world.